Welcome back to Battle Cage. It's your boy Scythe, and I'm coming to you with yet another great video. Today we are looking at Rozenstruik taking on Gaziev this coming Saturday, March 2nd. And well, not the most exciting card, filled with massive favorites, but you know what it is. Like I always say, let's squeeze the lemon, baby. Let's make some lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's break this down. Now, as always, this is not a full card video breakdown. This is the most confident spots, leans, and picks. And the official place will be later on this week. So if you are looking for the most complete, detailed breakdown video, you either comment down below and let me know that's what you're interested, or check out other channels who do a phenomenal job. I just don't have the time for it because time is money and I like to move it a little bit fast. So with that being said, let's look at the very first fight that we're going to jumping to topology. The very first fight that we're looking at is Christian Leroy Duncan taking on Claudio Ribeiro. And at the current moment, you see CLD Christian Leroy Duncan creeping up that moderate to huge favorite type of deal. He's almost at minus 300, and some books have him a little more, some have him a little bit or less. But if we check DraftKings, for example, at the current moment, Duncan is sitting at the minus 298. So yeah, excuse me, minus 300. So it is what it is. I think he's a better fighter. I think he's has higher potential ceiling, if you will. He's going to be younger by 3 years. He's going to be edging out a 2-inch reach advantage. He has a slightly bigger, slightly higher output. And in terms of striking accuracy, they're pretty good and pretty dangerous. Christian Duncan, 7 knockouts in his record. And you know, Claudio always comes to, slang it out. So it should be a good fight. But I'm going to be edging out Christian Leroy Duncan. And he's going to have another bounce back win ever since taking out, what's his name, Dennis Tulunin. So, yeah, we're going to go with Christian Leroy Duncan, potentially a parlay piece because money line is pretty crazy. So, squeeze the juice, you know what I'm saying? Squeeze the lemon and make some juice out of this. So, official pick for Battle Cage, Christian Leroy Duncan, pick number 1. Let's roll. All right, another confident pick for me is going to be Javid Basharat. Yeah, pretty sizable, heavy favorite at this point. I totally get it. Minus 800 at some books. He started off, well, actually, let me double check. Should be like currently minus 800 per DraftKings. Yeah, it is what it is, man. The Snow Leopard, he's extremely balanced, extremely, technical, never rushes his shots, has great inside, sharp leg kicks, pretty good accuracy with his striking. Just side-by-side comparison, he's gonna be 8 years younger than Ayman Zahabi here. Zahabi lost a lot of time due to inactivity, due to injury, so it is what it is. The striking output favoring Basharat, the accuracy favoring Basharat, and the takedown accuracy and the average is also favoring Javid Basharat. I don't think they're just gonna go and knock each other out. It's gonna be a much more technical battle because that's just how Javid rolls. I know he's looking for that big finish. It could be that big finish and that becoming this superstar that he wants, and potentially going up in the ranking. He's going to have a good bounce back, especially with the no contest fight with Victor Henry, where he just kicked the dude in the nuts, and Victor just never got back to it. I'm not going to say he faked it out, but yeah, I don't know. It could have been that bad, but some people just take the way out, I guess. But I'm not going to say that against Victor Henry. But I think Javid was going to win that fight in either way, right? So Javid is going to be a pick at this point. He was a parlay piece earlier on in the week, but the lines have moved tremendously for Javid. He went from like mid 400s to up 400s to over 500, 600, and now he's like at 800. It's crazy, right? the books, realizing a lot of people are squeezing it with Javid, putting them in parlays. So at this point, minus 800 is very scary. You know, he's going to be a huge underdog. Amin Sahabi, that is. I'm not telling you to bet him, but it's crazy, right? But Javid is going to be the official pick for Battle Cage. Moving down along. Another confident pick, and it's going to be probably you guys going to say, man, what's up with this guy? Another huge favorite. Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Begzat Al-Makan. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, he is a stupid high favorite over here. Minus 1200, minus 1500, even as high as minus 1600. Umar Nurmagomedov. But this up and coming fighter, Begzat, he is a tough guy. And taking on Umar in your first fight, in your first debut, I mean, you have to have some cojones on you. And he's not bad. 17-1 record. Explosive, fast, great wrestling, great striking. He got what it takes. He's not a sloppy Joe. And with that being said, Umar's still gonna steamroll him. Most likely, maybe it'll be a close fight. Who knows? I think he's still gonna get the win. I see possibly going second round. So that's something you may want to target. Yeah, but at this point, it's only props game. For here when they drop times over under things like this. Yeah, props is the game, I guess, for this one, because money lines. Yeah, Umar is the pick, though. I'm sorry, he's just a huge confident pick. Let's keep going. Our next most confident pick is gonna be the Punisher, Mohamed Mokaev, taking on Alex Perez. Alex Perez last fight was a while ago. 1 year and 6 months ago, substantial, and that was to Alexandre Pantoja, the current champion, and he lost via a rear naked choke. Yeah, Mohamed Mokaev, the Punisher, 10-0, undefeated. Last fight arguably was losing on the scorecards. If you look at them, understood, received the assignment, and submitted Tim Elliott. That was his last opponent, and it was his most toughest opponent because that awkward wrestling savvy game that Tim Elliott presents is yeah, it's not easy for anyone to figure out. But Mohamed Mokaev was able to get the job done and squeezed out an arm triangle choke and got the job done. I see him as the next big thing in the flyweight division. He will be champion if he continues this route. And he started at a very playable line, like minus 240, 250-ish. At this point, he's been juiced up. He's now a moderate favorite, minus 350-ish line. Let me see. He's currently at minus 360 on DraftKings, as high as minus 400 in certain books. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with the Punisher, Mohamed Mokaev, to get the job done. He's young, he's durable, he's determined, and let's see. I mean, it's definitely his tough, one of his toughest fights, because he's moving up that ladder and he's gonna start battling these tough flyweights. But it is what it is. Alex Perez is just, I guess, another opponent here, because Mokaev, man, I'm telling you, he's good. I've been high on him ever since I saw his first fight. I said, like, this guy is going to be champion, and I think he will be champion. So crazy line right now. Again, parlay piece. We have an early piece. Duncan, maybe put this together, see what happens. In fact, what does happen? I will not say take Umar Nurmagomedov for minus 1200 at this point, but nor will I say take Javid Bashrat at minus 800. But let's say Christian Leroy Duncan, minus 300, plus Mokaev at minus 360, two-leg parlay, minus 148. Something to think about, you know? Something to think about. That is a playable line. for some people. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let's see what happens as the week goes through. Yeah, that's the pick though. Mukaev. Let's continue. Our next fight, we're looking at Vitor Petreno versus Tyson Pedro. And we're going to have to go with Vitor Petreno here. I've been liking everything so far. He's been looking great. You know, his debut, when was his debut? We got to know him in the Contender Series against Rodolfo Bellato. Crazy counter knockout. And ever since, I was like, man, this guy packs power. Decision against Anton Turkalj, whatever, the pleasure man. Marcin Prachnio submitted him, arm triangle choke, and he just knocked out Modestas Bukauskas, man. That's crazy. Another that check hook, I'm telling you, gotta watch out for him. So I think he's gonna, if they're gonna go and really sling it out, he's gonna knock out Tyson Pedro. So currently at minus 300, I think it's a right line considering everything. He's younger, and you know, you may say, oh, he's not proven yet. No, I think he's proven at this point. So Vitor Petreno. So now you have those three big 300 favorites. So you may want to consider Mukaev, Vitor Petreno, and Duncan. In fact, I like this parlay. I'm going to take this parlay. Mohamed Mukaev, Vitor Petreno, Christian Leroy Duncan. 3-leg, I'll call it the 300 parlay at this point because they're all in 300s. So the 300 parlay, and you know what? Plus 125 is beautiful. That's what I mean by squeezing the lemon. So you may want to think something this way, or at least in that route. But yeah, something to consider. I am going to go with Vitor Petreno. Let me see if I can run some stats. Okay, striking, they're pretty much really the same. Striking wise, accuracy wise, the takedown average is actually favoring Vitor Petreno. So if anyone that might want to get the fight to the ground as an added bonus, is going to be Vitor Petreno. And community from Topology agrees, 89%. So once again, this card is loaded with a lot of favorites. So no surprise with my pick, right? Let's continue. The very final fight that I'm gonna break down is gonna be the main event. Biggie boy Jairzinho Rozenstruik taking on Shamil Gaziev here. And another, you know, a fight that we're gonna see, is Shamil the real deal or no? This is gonna be his toughest fight, Biggie boy, because he possesses a death touch. If he connects the right way, he can probably knock out almost anyone in the division. But he has a big problem. He's extremely slow starter. He likes that counter striking game. He has explosive and powerful kicks, but he rarely uses them. And he's gonna be kind of a suspect if this is gonna go to the ground fast, because man, look at his last fight. Jolton Almeida took him down effortlessly and submitted him rear naked choke. So I don't know if he practiced or tried in his camp to, you know, drill that in his game plan, but you know, Shamil Gaziev always got that. One thing about Shamil Gaziev, you know, he's not a super duper crazy wrestler. Don't get me wrong. And his striking is not going to be as good as Biggie Boy. So if he thinks he can stand with Biggie Boy and knock him down in the middle, I'd like to see that. I really do. But I don't think he wants that. I don't think he wants that smoke. His best path to the game is to get this fight to the ground, maybe clinch control, you know what I'm saying, and get that submission as well, just like Jolton Almeida in his last fight. Because the longer this fight goes, the more it's gonna favor Jairzinho Rozenstruik. I'm telling you right now, the longer this fight goes. So really, really interesting bout here. And my official pick is gonna be I was going back and forth, but for the sake of this video, you know what? It's not gonna be my official pick yet. This is my unofficial early main event pick. As of right now, oh my God, it's so difficult for me. As of right now, I don't want to sound like a casual man. And I don't want to say Shamil Gaziev. You know what I'm going to say, man? I am going to say fight starts round 2. I don't think Gaziev is going to get clipped because Rozenstruik is a slow starter, although he may surprise me. But we're going to go with fight starts round 2 and over 1.5. I see this fight lasting 1.5 rounds at plus 145 potentially, because I don't know. Let's see what happens. But in a spotlight like this, Shamil may want to prove something here, so you could get reckless. Be scared, because I am. I don't know if I want to have a lot of action in the main event, to be honest. But this is an interesting fight. Let's see how the week goes. Wednesday, Thursday, maybe watch some videos. Maybe look at the Instagram, see what these guys is thinking right now. Tomorrow's media day, Wednesday. Let's see what they both say. It's tough, man, because Biggie Boy is gonna be probably the only live dog for everyone this week, and I can feel that. A lot of love on Biggie Boy. But Shamil is tough. He's game. But I will say one thing, though, and this is going to be like the conclusion. One thing about Gaziev, his record is stupid padded, by the way. I got to tell you this. I got to tell you how stupid padded his record is. Let's just start with the fact that he has some amateurs, okay? Lost twice in the amateurs. Got choked out one time and decision another. Again, amateur is amateur, but look at his professional record. Every single dude is so padded. And the one time he fought someone with like a 13-0, I don't know how padded that record was. He won by a split decision. Besides that, who did he fought? He fought Darko Stoich, by the way. Punched him out. And this dude, remember Greg Velasco, who actually grabbed his neck, who actually had the neck, but he was just not physically big enough to submit Shamil. But had that dude Velasco been a little bit bigger, he probably would have submitted Shamil. So I don't know. I really don't know how good this guy is. And yeah, he beat Martin Boudet, but I kind of knew he's going to beat Martin Boudet. But again, it happened in the second round. So, you know what I'm saying? Fight starts round 2 is kind of where I want to go with, and I want to know what that line is going to be, because if the over is plus 145, fight starts round 2 may look like a minus 300, a minus 250, and I may want to play that. So yeah, and that's it, folks. That's all I got for this card. I know I skipped a lot of fights, but that's because they're so tricky. And they're so full with favorites, and there's some late additions, some late whatever. Maybe by Friday, as the things are rolling and I'm studying more tape, I'll have some better positions for you guys to take. But those are my confident picks as of right now. Yeah, like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. I see what positions you guys like, and I'll see you guys soon, because I got another video coming with my official plays for you guys. So that's gonna be later on this Friday, and yeah, see you guys soon. Take it easy.